Okay, so Baba was talking about doing tapasya using unlimited disinterest. So today Baba continues Avyakt Bapdada meeting the Dadis. The ones with the Asht powers, you are the specially beloved deities and one of the 8, are you not? Do you know what the sign is of those who are one of the 8? They are the ones who put to use every power in every action according to the time and according to the situation. The 8 powers make you a special beloved deity and also make you one of the 8. You are those with 8 powers, and this is why they show the goddesses with 8 arms. They have 8 special powers. They have 8 special powers. In fact, there are many powers, but the majority are included in the 8. The special powers have to be used at the right time. And that's such a wonderful line because all of us have all of the powers, the main 8 ones, and Baba's saying there's many more as well. But what makes me a master, what makes us a master of the power, is if I am able to use that power at the right time. Even a very tiny little example, or many times mom will say, go to bed and wake up. So everyone sleeps and everyone wakes up. It's about what time I go to sleep and what time am I able to wake up. And if I can get up, sleep properly, get up at Amrit Vela, that's, cultivating one of my powers. Everyone sleeps and everyone wakes up, but it's being able to use the power that I have at the right time, the way Baba wants me to, is what makes me special and what makes me a master of that power. So the special powers have to be used at the right time. As the time, as the situation, so should be your stage. This is known as being one of the 8 and a specially beloved deity. So such a group is ready, is it not? How many are ready abroad? You are also going to be part of the 8, are you not? Acha. Santri Dadi left her body in the morning at Amrit Vela. So that was 13th of December, 1990. It is good. Everyone definitely has to go. Are you ever ready? Or will you remember my center and what will happen about my students? And that's such a lovely question to ask myself. Everyone has to go. We all know that. Everyone in the world knows that. Are you ever ready? Am I ready to go at the moment, any moment? It's good to check what pulls my intellect. Students pull, goodness pulls, seva pulls, what pulls my intellect? Are you ever ready, or will you remember my center and what will happen about the students? You will not remember mine, will you? Everyone has to go, but each one's accounts are his own. No one can go without settling his accounts. This is why everyone gave leave with happiness. You all liked it, did you not? It is good to go like that. So you must become ever ready. Acha. Bapdada meeting groups. First group is Delhi and Punjab are both original places of service. The places of establishment of the beginning are always seen and remembered with that importance. Just as they are the original places in service, in the same way are you the original jewels in your stage. Together with the place, the stage is also praised. Original jewels means those who are first in putting every elevated direction into their life. Not just those who listen and relate it to others, but those who actually do it. Because there are many who simply listen and relate it to others, but only a handful out of the multi-millions who actually do it. And that's such a lovely little reminder from Baba, isn't it? Everyone in the world knows what to do, how to do, what should be done. But what makes me special, what makes me having Baba as my companion special, being able to use Baba's power, is am I able to actually use it? The Baba is saying there are many those who simply listen and relate it to others, but only a handful out of multi-millions who actually do it. So, do you have the intoxication that you are the handful out of multi-millions? This spiritual intoxication frees you from the many types. This spiritual intoxication frees you from the many types of intoxication of Maya. This spiritual intoxication is the means of safety. Any intoxication, and that's also a nice, lovely line to remember. If I ever feel a little bit powerless or a little bit defeated or a little bit confused by what's going on in my life, in the world, by Maya. So Baba is saying to keep myself safe. How do I keep myself safe? Is to keep this spiritual intoxication. And which intoxication? Of being one of the multi-millions, out of the multi-millions who's actually able to practice the goodness that I have been taught or that I think should be applied. So this spiritual intoxication frees you from the many types of intoxication of Maya. This spiritual intoxication is a means of safety. Any intoxication of Maya, of wearing good clothes, of eating or seeing cannot attract you towards itself. And it's good to check subtle attractions as well. Do you stay in such intoxication, or does Maya attract you a little? You have now become sensible, have you not? You now also understand about Maya. Those who are sensible are never deceived. If those who are sensible are deceived, what would everyone say to such a person? That you are sensible and yet you are deceived. To be deceived means to invoke sorrow. When you are deceived, you receive sorrow from that, do you not? Would anyone want to take sorrow? This is why you are always the original jewels. That is, you are those who are first in putting every elevated direction in your life. Are you like that? Or are you waiting to see if others do it and only then you could do it? They are not doing this, so how can I do it? Be I first in doing this. I first. So I think that's probably the only way to rise spiritually is you listen to what Baba has said, you churn it, you understand it, you decide, and then you go, I'm doing it. Not based on anyone else. I'm doing it because I love it and because Baba has told me. So they are not doing this or not being dependent on others. So how can I do it? Be I first in doing this. It should not be I will change when others change. I will change when this one changes. No. Those who do something will receive the reward of it. And how much will you receive? Multi-million fold in return for one. So there is pleasure in doing this, is there not? Do one-fold and receive multi-million. In this there is attainment and nothing but attainment. Therefore become I first in putting Srimad into the practical form. Do not be I first. So we got to be careful, not be clever. I got to be I first in putting Srimad into practical form. Do not be I first in being influenced by Maya, but be I first in this effort. For only then will you experience success at every step. Success is guaranteed. Baba loves to say that because it's true. Success is guaranteed because he knows we did it a cycle ago. We were the ones who were deities. We overcome all of these challenges, and that's why the challenges can come again because Baba knows we've already succeeded last time. We figured it out, how to overcome Maya. So now Baba says success is at every step. Success is guaranteed. It is just that you change your path a little, and by doing it, your destination becomes distant and it takes you time. If someone goes onto the wrong path, the destination would become distant, would it not? So do not do that. Your destination is just ahead of you and success is guaranteed. When you have to labor a little, the scale on the side of love becomes a little lighter. If there is love, you would never have to labor because the Father would help you with his many arms. He will make the task successful with his arms in a second. You will then constantly continue to fly in your efforts. Those from Punjab, are you flying or are you afraid? Have you become very experienced? None of you are going to be afraid. What will happen? How will it happen? No, you are those who give them the donation of peace. Whoever comes to you should go back with peace. And that includes my everyday people that I live with as well. I forget about them sometimes, don't we? Because we expect them to be a certain way, even if they are BKs, not BKs. Everyday people, I kind of have a lot of pre-written stories in my head of how I already expect them to be, or how they have this pre-formed image. Yes, this is how they are. But if I remind myself that I'm a Brahmin, my job, my duty, it's not just something I do, but it's my duty, it's my job, it's something I love to do. It should be my whole life. So Baba's reminding us, whoever comes to you should go back with peace. They should not go back empty-handed. Even if you don't give them knowledge, the vibrations of peace will make them peaceful. So that's vibrations of peace, not talk of peace. Sometimes we like to give them a lecture on peace while we are very agitated. Why aren't you understanding what peace is? They take the vibrations, not just the mere words. So it has to be the vibrations of peace that will make them peaceful. Acha. Now, the second meeting, to all the elevated souls who have come from everywhere are Brahmins. You are not those from Rajasthan or Maharashtra or from Madhya Pradesh, etc. All of you are one. At this time, all of you are residents of Madhuban. The original residence of Brahmins is Madhuban. You have gone into different areas for service. If you just sat in one place, how would all the other places everywhere be served? This is why you have gone to the different places for service. Whether you are a businessman or a government servant or someone working in a factory, your original occupation. What is my original occupation? Do I remember my original occupation? So whatever work I do, I'm a this, I run a business, I'm a whatever, but what is my original occupation? Your original occupation, Baba is reminding us, your original occupation is a server. You're a server. Mothers too are on godly service while living at home. Whether someone listens to knowledge or not, they can be transformed with the vibrations of good wishes and pure feelings. Service through words is not the only service. To have good wishes is also service. To have good wishes is also service. So you know how to do both types of service, do you not? Even if someone insults you, you mustn't stop having wishes and pure feelings. It is the duty of Brahmins to always give something or other. To have good wishes and pure feelings is also to give teachings. Isn't that lovely? To have good wishes and pure feelings is also to give teachings. Not everyone will change through words. No matter what someone is like, definitely give him a handful of something, even if he is a even if he is a real Ravan. We all have, I think all of us have a few Ravans in our life, big ones, small ones. But Baba is saying, no matter what someone is like, definitely give him a handful of something. And not a piece of my mind. And sometimes I just want to tell them this is wrong, this is right. But as a Brahmin, what's more useful for me is to give him a handful of something. So I should decide what I give them, even if he is a real Ravan. Some mothers say, our relatives are a strong Ravan. They are never going to change. Give such souls to a handful from your treasure store and good wishes and pure feelings. When some of them insult you, what do they say? These Brahma Kumaris, blah blah, etc., etc. So at least they remember Father Brahma. how cute Baba is. He can, even through an insult, he can pick up at least they mention the name Brahma. They say that you BKs can't do this. Even as a BK, you all heard those taunts. But Baba is saying, so at least they remember Father Brahma. Even when they are insulting you, they are remembering Brahma. They at least mention the Father's name. Whether they know him or not, or you will at least, whether they know him or not, you will at least give them a handful. Do you give such souls a handful of something? Or do you leave alone those who don't listen? And that's a lovely line to check how much mastery I have over powers. It's all well and good to have powers when everyone wants to listen to me and there's a platform for me and people respect and like what I say. But when someone is not ready to listen, someone's not willing to, it's not even that they're arguing, they don't have the, I suppose, the soul capacity to even hear any good words. How much, I suppose, how much creativity can I find in me to still give that power something? And it's not about just using words, powers, different types of good feelings, different types of, how can I give them good wishes? Just being able to give them peace. How can I do that? And the more I am able to do it with people that I find more difficult, that creates more mastery for myself, that gives me more courage to go, yes, if I can do it with this person, it gives me more strength to use that power again and again, and reiterates, it tells my mind that yes, this is my power. It is not something I use intermittently. It's not an option, but this is my power. The more I use it for different things, and especially especially for those who are Ramans and strong Ramans in my life, also to nice souls as well, but also it's good to practice with such Ravans as well. So Baba is saying, whether they know him or not, or they will at least, you will at least give them a handful. Do you give such souls a handful of something, or do you leave alone those who don't listen? You mustn't leave them alone, because otherwise they will pull your ears and later complain, we were senseless. Why did you not give us something? So they will pull your ears, would they not? We won't have a reply to that, will we? We were senseless. It won't be enough to say, well, you weren't ready to listen, because we've got plethora of options Baba's given us. Mansa vacha karmana. I can do something physical for them, give them totally. I can speak sweet words to them. I can send them, something nice. I can just give them good vibrations. No one can deny just vibrations, pure vibrations. Shiv Baba's vibrations. So they would pull your ears, would they not? Whether others take it or not, or do not take, you just continue to give. My job is just to continue to give every day. Bap Dada gives so many treasures to you children. Some take them fully and others take them according to their capacity. Then, does Bap Dada ever say, I am not going to give? Why are you not taking? It is the duty of Brahmins to give. You are the children of the bestower, are you not? Okay, if you give something when they ask, then that makes them into those who receive. Those who take can never be the children of the bestower. They can never, a wonderful line, if I instead of giving, I am taking, those who take can never be the children of the bestower. They can never become deities. They can never become deities. You are going to become deities, are you not? Is your deity costume ready? Or is it being sewn or washed now? Or is it just left to be ironed? So little creases left. Is it still hasn't, fabric is still kind of hasn't been put together? Is it being washed? Or Baba is saying a little bit iron left, or is it ready? Ready to means to be ready, isn't it? Is your deity costume ready? Or is it being sewn or washed now? Or is it just left to be ironed? Your deity costume should be visible in front of you. Today an angel and tomorrow a deity. How many times have you become a deity? So always remember you are a child of the bestower and are going to become a deity. Children of the bestower, do not first take and then give. I should receive regard. I will give regard when I first receive it. It should not be like that. You are always the children of the bestower, those who always give. You always have such intoxication, do you not? Or is it sometimes less and sometimes more? Have you not yet bade farewell to Maya? Do not bid farewell slowly, and you don't have that much time. Firstly, you have come late, and then if you make effort slowly, you won't reach your destination. You had faith and you became intoxicated and you began to fly. It is now the time for the flying stage. Flying is fast, is it not? You are lucky that you have come at the time of flying. So always experience yourself to be very fortunate. You cannot receive such fortune throughout the whole cycle. So become the children of the bestower. Do not even have a thought of taking. Give me money, give me clothes, give me food. The children of the bestower receive everything automatically. Those who ask for something do not receive it. Become a bestower and you will automatically continue to receive. Acha. So that was Baba meeting the groups. There is a third one that's in Hindi. Did you want me to read that, or time's almost up and we can stop there?
Whatever works for you, sister, if you can complete reading that, because there'll be some part of the Murli where will not have translation.
Okay. About 2 pages I can read. Okay. So the third one, महाराष्ट्र में रहते हुए सच्चे स्वरूप में महान बन गए, ये खुशी रहती है ना। वे तो नामधारी महान है, महान महात्माएं हैं, लेकिन आप प्रैक्टिकल स्वरूप से महात्माएं हो, ये खुशी है ना। तो महान आत्माएं सदैव ऊंची स्थिति में रहती हैं। वो लोग तो ऊंचे आसन पर बैठ जाते हैं, शिष्यों को नीचे बिठाएंगे, खुद नीचे बैठेंगे, सॉरी खुद ऊंचे बैठेंगे, लेकिन आप कहाँ बैठते हो? ऊंची स्थिति के आसन पर। ऊंची स्थिति ही ऊंचा आसन है। जब ऊंची स्थिति के आसन पर रहते हो तो माया नहीं आ सकती। वो आपको महान समझकर आपके आगे झुकेगी, वार नहीं करेगी, हार मान जाएगी। जब ऊंचे आसन से नीचे आते हो तब माया वार करती है। अगर सदा ऊंचे आसन पर रहते हो तो माया के आने की ताकत नहीं। वह ऊंचे वह ऊंचे चढ़ नहीं सकती। तो कितना सहज आसन मिल गया है। भाग्य के आगे त्याग कुछ भी नहीं है। छोड़ा भी क्या? जेवर पड़े हैं, कपड़े पड़े हैं, घर में रहते हो। अगर छोड़ा है तो किचड़े को छोड़ा है। तो सदा श्रेष्ठ आसन पर स्थित रहने वाली महान आत्माएं हो। जितना सोचा नहीं था उतना ही अतिश्रेष्ठ प्राप्ति के अधिकारी बन गए। इस भाग्य की खुशी है ना। दुनिया में खुशी नहीं है। काला पैसा है लेकिन खुशी नहीं है। खुशी के खजाने से सब गरीब हैं, भिखारी हैं। आप खुशी के खजाने से भरपूर हो। यह खुशी कितना समय चलेगी? सारा कल्प चलती रहेगी। आपके जड़ चित्रों से भी खुशी लेंगे तो चेक करो कि कितनी खुशी जमा हुई है। ऐसे तो नहीं सिर्फ एक दो जन्म चलेगी फिर खत्म हो जाएगी। इतना स्टॉक जमा करो तो अनेक जन्म साथ रहे। जिसके पास जितना जमा होता है उतना उसके चेहरे पर खुशी और नशा रहता है। आप कहो ना कहो, लेकिन आपकी सूरत बोलेगी। कहते हैं ना, ब्रह्मा कुमारियां सदा खुश रहती हैं। पता नहीं क्या हुआ है इनको। दुख में भी सुखी दुख में भी खुश रहती हैं। आप बोलो ना बोलो, आपकी सूरत आपके कर्म बोलते हैं। ब्रह्मा कुमार कुमारियों की निशानी ही है खुश रहना। दुख के दिन खत्म हो जाएं। इतना खजाना मिला फिर दुख कहाँ से आएगा? अच्छा, it's a lovely line or a question to finish on. अगर इतना खजाना मिला तो फिर दुख कहाँ से आएगा? कहीं ना कहीं से ढूंढ ही लेते हैं, बट बाबा इज वंडरिंग कहाँ से आएगा। अच्छा, so let's have a minute of silence and then we can discuss for the next half hour. What did we like? What did we absorb? What did we question from the Murli that we read a little bit yesterday, a little bit today? Any questions? Honestly, I will just, before we're thinking, I had such a lovely, lovely time, I suppose, yesterday. Just those wonderful words, tapasya and unlimited disinterest. They were kind of just going around in my head the whole day. I just kept tapasya and good wishes, tapasya and unlimited disinterest. And it kind of, I think just even sometimes churning the simple words or just having them in your consciousness kind of elevates you. Having the gift of being able to do tapasya. It's such a lovely thing to be able to burn and purify myself. Not intellectually, I just felt so nice to be in tapasya. Just to sit with Baba just felt so much lighter. It's such a fortune when you start your day on such a powerful note. Sometimes it just touches you. And it was so, so, so lovely. So if anyone else also wants to share how they perhaps took that experiment with them, or how they felt, or what they felt in today's Murli. Very, sometimes Baba is very clever, and sometimes he'll put the reality back to us, even if when they are around, just to remind us what is my role. It's so easy for me to come down and kind of start, get lost in the game that I'm playing, my relationships, this and that. But then Baba constantly says, go back to your real self. Yesterday Baba was saying, subtle angel Brahma came down just to show you how to go back up, because that's the real me, that's the reality. That's who I am as well. So to be kind of allowing myself a few hours, a few minutes in a day to kind of fly in that high stage of being the original me, the subtle me, the angel me. That's such a blessing. So if anyone would like to share, and I would encourage, we're a small group, so people that don't usually get to unmute and talk, if you'd also like to please share something, even a line or so, that would be very nice.
I will start. Om Shanti. So the become ever ready. So Baba said that when Sundari Dade left the body, and then so Baba was asking like, are all of you ever ready? So there should not be anything mine. So that means we are not ever ready yet, right? And of course, the karmic accounts clearance also Papa mentioned. So the minus has to end. So the whole Purusharth for us is to get rid of that mine, me and mine, right? And become soul conscious and go back. So ever ready means we also have to complete, right, in our stage. So just like the soul, I have to make my part or the part that I'm going to play in Satyaks. I have to make sure that I complete it in terms of the powers and the virtues that I have to attain, right? So when I become complete and full, right, then I'm ever ready, right? Ready to go to Satyug. Not ready to go to Parandam, but of course ready to go to Satyug, right? Parandam, I don't think we need to attain so much of all. Just we need to, yeah, become pure. But yes, our objective is not to go to Parandam, right? Our objective is to go to Satyug. So we have to make ourselves full, right? So can you throw more lights on to becoming ever ready? And Baba, we know that Baba doesn't really bother we somebody's living costume, because according to Baba, Baba looks at us in the form of soul. So
Mm.
soul's living costume is it's not really matter to Baba, right?
Mm. Yes, and I think that's a lovely, lovely line for discussion, that the costume doesn't matter what sort of costume we're in, because it's about the journey of the soul. So in regards to being able to fill myself with all the virtues and the powers, I don't know if I can do it one at a time, because there's so many, like in the sense that of a physical sense that you acquire stuff, A, B, C, D, E. I think virtues is just more being able to, the more I connect with Baba, let Baba do his magic. Without that, I cannot become pure. I can work on, say, each of the 8 powers. Say I assign a month for each power. I can do that. That's my purusharth. That's the extra thing that I do. But nothing that I do, any human soul, nothing that we do can make us complete and pure. That's Baba's magic. And that's where this wonderful drama, the way Baba's made it, the things that the soul needs, the things that I need, they will come to me. That's how Baba has made this wonderful drama. And that will include cleaning off my karma, that will include filling myself with all the powers and all the virtues and all the values and all the sanskars. The drama will include all of that. My effort is to be a soul, remember Baba, be a soul, remember Baba. Whatever Baba tells me, I have to imbibe that into my life. It's not possible for any soul to kind of work through their own stuff and become a deity or become that. Baba will do that for me. I have to trust Baba. And the wonderful line that we ended, it doesn't matter what body I'm in, what sort of costume I have, that also applies to me, whether I'm in Kali Yuga, whether I'm in Satyuga, or whether I am in Confluence Age. The work I'm doing is different. The role I'm playing is different. So in Satyuga, I'll be working on different virtues or different things. In Treta, I'll be doing different things, exploring different options in my soul. In Kali Yuga, I'm doing different things because all of these are part of the drama. All of these are part of my being. The work, the way drama is made, Baba does that. It's not according to, it is according to what the soul needs. It's not for what a human brain, I suppose, can even comprehend the way Baba wants. But on that, I will also say that my work is, the original me is in Paramdham. That's the soul. That the soul, my home is Paramdham. So again, effort-wise, it's both. It's liberation and liberation in life. So that's, again, not something that I can come up with or something that I can work. Again, it's, I think, suppose in everyday Purushartma, everyday effort, it's just everyday Murli, what Baba has said, I imbibe that. Then I create a plan, I create a timetable, I create a chart to make sure I am ticking that off. The responsibility is Baba's. My responsibility, my duty is to be sincere in what Baba is telling me to do. I don't need to be clever. I don't need to create something out of the Murli. I don't need to be, I suppose I don't need to have too much, what can I do, what can't I do. What Baba has told me, I do that. That's it. Baba said, be ever ready. I can pick out from the Murli what that means. If Baba said, I first, don't look at others, how can I imply that? How can I apply that? And how can I use that in my life, at least for the day? Today's Murli, apply each point throughout my day. That's all I need to do. I don't need to have too much philosophy, I suppose, or too much theory. I should be doing that. What can I do to become a number one soul? What should I do? I read a wonderful, there was a lovely Janki Dadi, small little, I think many of us might have seen it, going about, why Bhog started. And that there's a lovely line. She said that once she saw Mama sitting in this blissful, wonderful stage, that Mama was, very blissed out because, you can tell sometimes. And she said she asked Mama, are you remembering being Lakshmi or Radhe? And she said, the look Mama gave me, ki ye kaisi baat karti tumne? She said, no, the attainment, she said, I was just relishing and I was just enjoying. Mama's reply was, I was just enjoying being with Sangam Yug. For her was just to be with Shiv Baba and going back home. what role Baba puts her in later wasn't too much of an effort for her. I'm not saying it was less than, but that's how I picked it up from the thing. She said, जब मैंने मम्मा से पूछा कि आप मम्मा लक्ष्मी के सत्यु को याद कर रही थी, मम्मा ने ऐसी मुझे नजर से देखा कि जैसे कितनी छोटी बात कर दी. You know, it was such a small thing to go in Satyug in comparison to with the bliss and the love and the joy of being connected to my real father, to being connected to Shiv Baba and just being in that blissful inert state. If I am too much attracted by Satyug, which is good, Baba is creating Satyug for us, but if I'm too much attracted by, the bliss and the fountains and the jewels and all of that, perhaps I need to check what am I hate. When you attract too much to something, then obviously you're trying to escape something else as well. You're not really being able to perhaps accept the other facets of the drama. So, the way Baba's made the cycle, Satyug, Treta Yug, Copper Age, Iron Age, that's me playing a part throughout. Whether I'm Lakshmi number 1, blissful, peaceful, ever full, ever prosperous, it's me just playing a part. Same I am in my number 84th birth, where I'm perhaps not so powerful and I don't have that many things that I need to, that I can play around. Not so much physical prosperous, or, my body's not that good. I don't have that much wealth. It's still a role. It's not something that defines the soul. The soul is the pure soul who it sits in a blissful inert state in Paramdham. Everything else is just a drama. Satyug is not better than Kalyug, according to me. Perhaps some of us disagree. I mean, it's not a nice place to be in, but for the soul, there are different aspects of the soul that are being polished in Kalyug, that are being used in Kalyug. Perhaps it's not comfortable to be around Ravans, but as we can clearly in today's Murli, Baba said, but how much power do I get to use when those Ravans are around, when there are strong Ravans, when there's, Adikbale, and then there's people that are mean to me, or people that insult insult God even. What sort of power can I take out from that? So if I see the drama is just a drama. It's just a play. Right from the beginning of number 1, when I am the complete number 1 Lakshmi Narayan, all the way when the degrees start to decline, all the way to the end of Kali when it's the 84th birth, and I'm the most vicious, and I'm the most powerless, I'm the most helpless. All of that is just a drama. That's why Baba says you need to spin the cycle. You need to spin the cycle. All of that you are playing. All of those are your parts that you play. It's not the real you. The real you is the same as Shiv Baba, sitting, the soul just playing their part, having fun, coming on this wonderful planet Earth to explore different aspects of life.
Thank you very much, sister.
Can I take the next question? Can I ask for comments on what we've just discussed?
Yeah, you were speaking about death. That was the main thing in yesterday's Sakar Murli, when Baba said, "Death of all deaths has come to enable you to conquer death. Only with the mantra of Manmana Bhava will you be able to conquer death." It was such a small statement. I was really practicing on that to say, how can Manmana Bhava, which is only a focusing thing, focusing myself on God, how can that really enable me to conquer it? And there was one more thing which I remember when Geeta Behan, she's from Gyan Sarovar, she had left her body. And when we, as a group, we were just talking, somebody just said, so what if she's not here in Gyan Sarovar? She has left her body. She's somewhere else in some other part of the planet. Maybe you're not going out to see her, but she's still there. Because Geeta Ben may have passed away, but she's still there in some other part of the planet. So whenever somebody leaves their body, I always think like that. They've left here, they're not close to me, I can't see them, but somewhere else they are there. But the question over here is me conquering death, me not being afraid of death, me really saying I'm a soul, and as you said, I'm going to go wherever is my destination. I think that is the real part which we have to understand in conquering death. When somebody else shed their body or leave your body, that's we can take this kind of thought in our mind. But what the feeling of me leaving, because when me leaving, the only thing I feel is I won't be able to see Shiv Baba the way I see him now. Will I be able to really have a relationship with him now like this? That one thing really touches me because and even if I think of Satyug, I know he's not there. He often says, I'm not going to be there. So that's one thing which really says, I would like to be till the end of Sangam Yoga. I would like to go with him, sit with him, and talk with him. This is just my thought on what Bijit Pai had asked the question on.
Yeah. And I honestly feel that, my relationship with Baba is not dependent on time, because time and matter is very much a concept of planet Earth. It's not the reality that the soul lives in. We are beyond time and we are beyond all of that. So if I make every moment that I have now with Shiv Baba, that's going to mean a lot. It's about how much we were talking yesterday, how much do I not trust also, but how many moments do I choose Baba? For example, we were saying yesterday that, if my toast is going to burn and suddenly, I'm cooking something and traffic control comes, perhaps in a very very silly question, like, what do I value more? Do I value that toast more? Do I value my time with Shiv Baba more? And it's just a matter of how many moments I choose to remember Baba. I choose to be with Shiv Baba and choose to be with in my original state. I suppose it's just a matter of, sometimes it's silly examples like, do I let my toast burn? And remember Shiv Baba? It's not that, it's where my mind gets pulled towards. Do I value that more, or what do I value in my life? And it's every moment that I choose that. If I choose every moment wisely, I honestly feel that drama has been made in such a wonderful, powerful way. Baba says, trust the drama I've made. Drama is also my daughter. He's created in such a way. If you value every single moment of your life, the moment you wake up, in Hindi they say, Jab jage tab savera. So the moment you realize that God is who I want to be with, how many moments do I choose Baba in my life? If I'm choosing other emotions, other things, and other sanskars, that's when I miss out. Not in Satyug. It's not a time thing that, in Satyug Baba's not there anymore. Or in, whatever people predict, and 2036 Baba won't be there anymore. It doesn't work like that. I woke up today, I became a Brahmin right now. How many moments do I want to spend with Baba? It's not a concept of time is very much a matter thing on planet Earth. Soul doesn't live in that. Soul doesn't count 100 years, 200 years. The time in subtle region, the time in Paramdham is beyond time. There is no time there. That's why even if I go there for, when the drama ends, I go to Paramdham for a second, that's an eternity. That's an eternity for me. It doesn't matter if I'm coming at the beginning of Satyuga or whenever. Now is the time to remember Baba. Now, God has said now is the only time to remember Baba. It's not about when I leave my body. Even if I leave my body, that love and that sanskar will go with me. Even if I don't get a physical introduction, the 7-day course, for the next, say I leave my body, then I'll have to be at least 10 years or some years old to learn and hear the gyan. It's not going to give that gap of 10 years. Maybe physically I'll, get to, the introduction will come, the 7-day course will come later, but my soul will kind of read and it will simmer in the thought of Baba because it's got such a pure connection with Baba. So what I need to work on is just creating that strong emotion of love and not a dependency, but just a natural love. I love God. I love talking to God. He should be my only choice, not my first choice. That's the life I need to create for myself. And that's when I stop letting go of these, Baba's not going to be there in Satyug, and, this is what I need to work on. And that's what I picked up from the little observation that Janki Dadi made with Mama. Mama was just relishing in loving Baba. How many years was she a Brahmin? From 36 to 65 when she left, hardly any. How many years? Hardly. And we've seen BKs much longer than that, but she relished every moment with Baba. She loved being with Baba. That's why, as a result, she can become Lakshmi. So we know she was perfect, but that's secondary. But every moment she got. So how many moments have I got? I became 5 years ago, you became a Brahmin. 2 months ago, you became a Brahmin. It doesn't matter. Last so fast is a concept. So concepts of Baba, the eternal truths, spiritual truths are beyond what this world works out. 10 years, 20 years, 40 years. It doesn't work like that. Drama has been made perfect. Today's Murli, I go and I focus and I see how much I love it and what moments I can apply it in. Every moment, if I try and spend with Baba, my life will be very full. I will feel very full and happy throughout the drama, throughout the cycle, no matter where I end up. Number 1, number 20, no matter where I end up, I will love, because I love effort. I love being in love with Baba. That's what I should be doing. That's what I should be working on. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, thank you, sister. So one strength, one support again, right?
Very much. Very much what Baba was saying yesterday. And I honestly feel that, I don't know if many of us have read, literally following sometimes just literally following what Baba did, the choices he made, that will get us very far. Don't try to be too clever. If you want to be a Brahmin and you want to have a full life, there's nothing wrong with my intellect or using my brain, but it's so limited. If I know I am the most vicious I can ever be, I'm at the end of the drama, I am at the end of everything. This much I know, my brain and my intellect is not the sharpest. That we all know. It's very limited. And more so now, it's so dependent on the world around me. We're constantly being bombarded. What's right? What's wrong? So much media today, so many addictions today, so many ads. And so many ads, they focus on messing with your subconscious mind. Money is all it has become a dirty world. So that truth, once I know how much gunk there is in the world, I know how badly I'm being influenced by the world. So rather than feeling helpless, you go, okay, I know that. Let's put a full stop. Let me just focus my truths on what Baba says. Sometimes I don't understand what Baba says, but let me see if I can just kind of take it on face value. Because one truth I think we all know in my life, God knows more than I do, right? And if I don't believe that, then perhaps I need to check what I'm doing in my life. If I think I know better than Baba, then well, good for you. But there's core truths that I can have in my life and then apply my life. That's how I can shape my life. Adi Dev book is such a wonderful book, and you don't have to read it, through to through, but just flip it. Sometimes read something and then just put it back. Just take some inspiration from Baba's life. It's a lovely way to live. Baba, Mama, Badi Dadi as well. Okay, any other comments on Tapasya, unlimited disinterest? Everyone ready to leave their bodies any moment? I first. Okay, anyone else before we end the session?
Okay, I think we can, yeah, a song is preferred, sister.
Baba was talking about being in the flying stage. And let's see if we can sing a song on that. रब के दिल पे जो है चढ़ा उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला रब के दिल पे जो है चढ़ा उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला करता चला जो है सबका भला उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला सच्चे रब से रख यारी तज दे तू सब होशियारी जो सरल है निरहंकारी है सच्चा सेवाधारी उसको ही प्रभु का है प्यार मिला उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला ना 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 नारा उड़ती कला ना 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 उड़ती कला दिल से चाहे सबकी खैर उसके लिए न कोई वैर सबको गले लगाता है सब पे ही प्यार लुटाता है उस दिल से दुआ का है द्वार खुला उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला उसकी सदा है उड़ती कला ना 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 उड़ती कला ना 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 उड़ती कला Have a lovely Murti Kala and a flying stage. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Armin sister, for the beautiful song and your discussion about the Murli. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a blissful day.